What's up, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking glutes, specifically why they may be so stubborn and hard for you to grow. There's a lot of different angles you could take on this, but today we're going to zero in on glute activation, aka how to actually feel exercises in your glutes. This has been requested for a while now, so if you are struggling with this or if you are one of those people who requested it, then hit the thumbs up button and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Whether you need a website, an online store, a blog, or anything in between, they got you covered.
But wait!
You can start your free trial today.
There's more!
Plus, get 10% off your first order using my coupon code at the link in the description box below. Starting with why this is an issue in the first place. Why are your glutes so stubborn, and why can't you feel them no matter how hard you try? There's many reasons why this may be the case, but focusing on activation. Most people live rather sedentary lifestyles. I mean, comment right now if you spend most of your day at a desk. I know I do. By sitting in this position so long, it becomes posture. Our bodies are smart and they'll adapt to the positions they spend the most time in. Certain muscle groups will become more active while others will become less active, eventually leading to imbalances in your body. Bringing this back to glutes, your glutes are responsible for hip extension. When you're sitting, what are you doing? The opposite of hip extension. You're leaning forward, sometimes slumping forward, and so the glutes become inactive. Kind of like the saying, use it or lose it, same applies to your muscle groups. If you don't use a muscle group often, you will not be able to fire it as effectively. This is where glute activation comes in. The easiest way to explain activation is that it helps to reestablish the connection between your brain and your muscles. Activation exercises should be lightweight, moderate to high rep exercises done with a focus on getting blood flow to your target muscles. I generally perform activation exercises before my workout, but you could also do them between sets to increase workout intensity without compromising your ability to lift heavy weights. So if you're thinking, hold up, you're asking me to do more exercises? Kind of, okay? And because I know that may not be so appealing for some of you, I'm going to break down the science behind activation and how it can help you grow your glutes faster. Building muscle happens in one of three ways. The first is mechanical tension, aka applying resistance or tension to your target muscle. The second is metabolic stress, aka training at a high enough intensity that metabolic waste products build up in your target muscle. Or, method number 3, muscle damage, alright? So creating micro tears in your target muscle. The key word in all these scenarios though is target muscle. Chances are if you're not feeling an exercise in your glutes, you're not effectively engaged in your glutes. It doesn't matter how many booty exercises you do or how many fancy training techniques you apply, if you can't engage your glutes will not grow. So instead of getting fancy, you'd probably be better off taking it back to basics and repairing the connection between your brain and your muscles before kicking it up a notch. This process starts by locating these muscles on your body. The key muscles we'll be focusing on today are the gluteus maximus, gluteus medius and minimus, adductor magnus, and hamstrings. Before we jump into the main activation workout, I'm going to take you through a hands-on anatomy demo with my friend Marie. We filmed another glute-focused workout for her channel, which I'll link in the description box below. First, we're going to locate your gluteus maximus. This is the largest of your glute muscles and it's actually pretty easy to locate. We're going to grab our butt cheeks and we're going to tuck our butt under. When you feel that squeeze, that is your gluteus maximus squeezing. Next, we're going to find your gluteus medius and minimus. What we're going to do for this is we're going to sit down on a chair or a bench, place your flat hands on the outside of your thighs, and push your knees apart without moving your feet. When you feel that squeeze kind of on the outside of your butt, that is your gluteus medius and minimus working. Next, let's look at the adductor magnus. Take a fist, put that fist between your knees, and squeeze your knees together without moving your feet. This is your adductor at work. Finally, we need to make sure we're feeling the hamstrings. For this, what you're going to do is sit flat on the ground with your legs extended out in front of you, and then one by one, we're going to curl that leg in towards our pelvis. Moving into our activation workout. Since the exercises are relatively self-explanatory, I'm going to dig deeper into the science while we go through this. In a 2016 study, they examined the effects of targeted glute activation on corticomotor adaptations. Corticomotor is just another way of describing movements controlled by your brain, so your ability to control any movement you consciously make. They had healthy subjects perform a quadruped band hold, kind of like you see here, for 1 minute at a time for 3 20-minute sessions over the course of 6 days. That's an hour of glute work per day. So yes, that's a lot of glute activation in a short period of time. However, the aim of their study was to see just how quickly the body could adapt in response to an aggressive regime. They found that this style of low load, longer time under tension training significantly increased corticomotor excitability and efficiency. What this means is that subjects were able to start firing their glutes faster and with more force. Looking back at our mechanisms of muscle growth, this is good news because this means that we can lift heavier weights, more weight, more mechanical tension, and at a higher intensity. More intensity, more metabolic stress. Boom, building your glutes. That's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you'll be testing out some of the exercises I shared. Alright, also a big thank you goes out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. It's honestly sponsorships like these that allow me to continue offering content like this to you guys for free. Alright, so whether you are in the market for a website, a blog, an online store, or anything that involves you having an address that people can type into their browser and find you on the internet with, they got your back. Squarespace has got beautiful plug and play templates, no messing around with code, no pretending to be a tech whiz, alright, none of that. Just choose your template and start sharing your fabulous self on the internet. If that sounds like a sweet deal to you, I've put a link in the description box below so you can start your free trial today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.